Okay, today we start chapter 10. It's on circles and circumferences. By definition, a circle is the locus of all the points in a plane equidistant from a given point called the center. Okay, so if you take, most of you know what a circle is, but if I take a center and I measure the same distance, okay, all the way around from that center out, okay, and it should form a circle. Okay, if I measure that all same distance from here out, okay, then this locus of points is called a circle. Okay, a couple other special terms. Any segment, okay, that has the endpoints on the circle is called, it has a special name, it's called a chord. Okay, as long as the endpoints are on the circle, this segment, like segment AF, would be considered a chord. Any chord that goes through, if the center of my circle is C, if it's a chord and it goes through the center of the circle, then it has a special name. Okay, it's called the diameter. So BE would be the diameter of the circle. Any segment that has one endpoint on the circle and one endpoint the center of the circle, that segment has a special name. It's called the radius. I'm sure you're probably used to those two. The chord is probably the new one. You can call this, you name a circle by its center. It's circle C, or the symbol that they use, little circle with a dot at the center, and that's circle C. Okay, to have congruent circles have congruent radii. Remember, radius is singular, radii is plural. So for those to be congruent circles, okay, they have to have congruent radii, or they have to have congruent diameters for the whole circles to be congruent. The next thing the author talks about is circumference. Circumference of a circle is very similar to perimeter of a rectangle. It's the distance around the outside of the circle. And the distance around the outside of the circle, they use C for circumference, and it's 2 pi times r, where r is the radius. And when you're working these, if it tells you to use 3.14 for pi, go ahead and do that. If it tells you to use 22/7 for pi, go ahead and do that. If it does not give you any directions, then I want you to use the pi key on the calculator. Okay, find the pi key on the calculator. So there's two formulas for circumference of a circle. One is circumference equals 2 pi r. That's if they give you the radius. If they give you the diameter, then circumference equals pi times diameter. Okay, and basically that brings up the radius is half the diameter, or you can say the diameter is twice the radius. Okay, so there's a couple of formulas. Circumference equals 2 pi r, and circumference equals pi times diameter. And the radius is half the diameter, or you can say the diameter is twice the radius. Okay, then the author talks about concentric circles. Basically, it's one circle inside another circle. They are in the same plane. They are coplanar circles, and they have the same center. So this would be a picture of 3 concentric circles. And the last thing the author talks about is if you have a circle, and basically you have a polygon in that circle where the vertices are on the circle. Okay, for example, this one, I've got basically a quadrilateral. Okay, a polygon is inscribed in a circle if all of its vertices lie on the circle. So the polygon is inscribed. The circle on the outside is circumscribed about a polygon if it contains all the vertices of the polygon. So the polygon is inscribed, the circle is circumscribed about the polygon. Okay, now that's pretty quick on the notes for 10.1. It's up to you to look at the examples in the book, okay, and then do the assignment that's on the board.